Yeah.
When we talked about this Orioles bullpen, it was okay. The starters have usually, not all the time, but they have usually been pretty good in the terms of they'll give up 6 hits, 4 runs, and 5 2/3 in 6 innings. That's enough to win you a game with this offense. It's a matter of, 1, can the offense play consistently? But 2, it's can the bullpen come in and do their job?
Yeah.
And Gregory Soto has not done his job. He wanted to change the scenery if the opportunity presented itself. They gave up both Seth Johnson and Moises Jose for him. And so far, that we've talked about the great deals the Orioles made. Eflin looks awesome. Jimenez looks great.
And Eflin looks even bigger now.
Yes, and Slater looks great too. But the Soto deal so far has looked like a big swing or a miss. Obviously, swing and a miss. There's still time to turn it around. But what's your confidence level in this bullpen right now, Zach? Because it just feels like they keep looking for answers with matchup data. Soto doesn't have it. Obviously, Kimbrel is more so. What do you think Kimbrel's role is right now?
Low leverage.
Yeah.
It's get him back. Brandon Hyde clearly does not trust. I'm not going to say he doesn't trust him because I think he does trust him. Brandon Hyde does not want to put him in a situation where he has to, where the game's really on the line. Like, that's why we saw there was the 4-run lead. What was that? On Sunday. And Dominguez gets up there. Then we get a few guys on base, and suddenly they're like, oh, Kimbrel's up now. And then they went with Dominguez because they didn't score any runs. I think he's literally like, if they're down by 4, up by 5, then we'll see him. But I think they're solely trying to get his confidence back. And then one last thing about Cowser, because I wanted to see this. This is since July 1st. There's 19 at-bats. Cowser's banged 368 against lefties. I mean, you ride the hot bat. I just feel like the confidence we've seen. And it's not like Cowser is sitting here and he's been atrocious versus lefties. Obviously, you've seen that. Cowser's, how many times this year have we gone, holy crap, Colton Cowser left on left home run? Cowser got in front of that one. They tried to jam him. He still powered it out. Cowser has not been a slouch against lefties at all, especially not recently. So, but yeah, back to the bullpen. It is hard to trust the bullpen. You know what's crazy? You know who I think's in my top 3 for trust? Birch Smith. And you know who's probably dead last right now? Gregory Soto. And you know who they brought in for Birch Smith? Gregory Soto. So, it was literally a whirlwind of just the opposite of what you wanted to have happen. Because I think right now, if we're talking about trust, Cano's up there, obviously. I think he's probably the most trustworthy right now. I really trust Dominguez. I know some people are iffy on him.
Yeah.
I really like Dominguez. And then it's kind of between Birch Smith and Cionel Perez and Jacob Webb, in that middle tier, fighting for those 3 to 5 spots back and forth. And then it's got to be Soto's towards the bottom. I know I'm forgetting someone. Obviously, I'm forgetting someone because that's just 6 guys. So who am I?
Who would you list? Kimbrel, Cano, Soto, Perez, Dominguez.
I'm definitely missing someone.
Okay, well, regardless, I think the way that you put that is look, Birch Smith is your guy, right? He is your most consistent reliever. We've talked about this all year, Zach. You want a solution in that Webb. It was Jacob Webb. That's who it was.
Yeah, I said it. I said Webb.
Oh,
well, yeah, technically, I guess Suarez.
Yep, Suarez. Okay.
Yeah, so thank you.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, and Captain said it here too. Free the fish. They're doing well up there. We can't do a fish bowl tonight, though. I feel like this is not the right time.
No, not these are horrendous vibes for. We cannot name the fish on the same night as this mismanagement. We have to have good vibes for this fish.
Yeah. Yeah, good vibes. But I mean, I think you put it best, Zach. Is this team just needs Danny Coulomb, in the worst way? We talk about Felix and they need him too, but Danny is he still on track for September?
I also just didn't say Kimbrel, so also
I said Kimbrel.
Oh well, then boom. Well, I forgot him. I do know I forgot him. So
yeah, I don't know. I think it's just there was so much stuff that we could have talked about for storylines. And
here's something I want to point out, and I know people are not going to like this. the Orioles bullpen has had its struggles. It is definitely tonight. It has people in there that I don't trust. That's for sure. But what was the big thing last year for the Texas Rangers, Kevin? It was all you got to do is get to their bullpen and it's over. All you got to do is get to the bullpen and they're done. And then the bullpen caught fire. They go on fire. Whole team, obviously. Bullpen turns into shutdown. They just get hot at the right time, and they win it. So I'm not saying, even though I don't love where this bullpen is, we've seen bullpens get it together. We've seen this bullpen have streaks of like 12, 15 games where they look unstoppable. So like it really is just a time where you're like, this team just has to get hot at the right time, which is obviously the case any year. But specifically with this bullpen, you're going to need that bullpen to get hot at the right time. You're going to need these bats to get hot at the right time, especially, Kevin, if you're without your number 2 guy, Grayson Rodriguez.